Epimanly, for the well-groomed man of the 90s. Epimanly gently removes unsightly nose hairs, and because Epimanly takes the hair from the root, you can go longer between trimmings. Epimanly's patented lift and yank action gently lifts and yanks the hair from the root. Epimanly's turbine rotary blades cast a gentle breeze over your face. Epimanly, for the well-groomed man of the 90s. Sold at fine stores everywhere.
Epimanly.
Epimanly, for the well-groomed man of the 90s.
Second attempt. One. Blue's a lucky one.
3, 4, 5, 6.
This is a healthy competition going on here.
7, 8, 9.
You got 9? 10! Yay! You got it! A new world record! Yay! What do you have to say for yourself?
11,
Oh my God.
12,
12! 13!
14,
14!
15,
15!
15.
15. Now, what's your name again?
Alex Krause,
Alex Krause from...
Sturgeon Bay.
Thank you, Alex Krause. Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Here we are again, friends, and I hope you all had a nice, wonderful, relaxing, or exciting weekend. Welcome to Monday, and welcome back to the Truth Quest. We're glad that you're here, and so glad that you are. And thank you for liking and sharing this broadcast. Make sure you tell all your friends, wake the neighbors, and tell them all about it. So here we go again, friends. We're we do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 p.m. Central because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Oh yeah, it certainly is. And on Friday, we have a special guest, a returning guest of the show. So Friday, mark your calendar. We got Heidi Pop. Heidi Pop is coming again. I don't think this is like fourth time maybe she's been on. Fourth or fifth? I can't remember. Anyway, so that's great. She lives here now with her family. And she used to be way over there in Los Angeles. Yes. Now she's over here in Sturgeon Bay. So that's kind of cool. And her family. Well, alrighty then. Aphrodite then. Let's go on over to where are we going to go? We're going to go to that crazy little spot on the intranet called Chatlandia. Chatlandia. It's a crazy little spot where everyone can chat around, get around the old chat table, and they chat like crazy, and everyone's really nice and friendly, and it's an awesome experience. So if you're watching this on replay, you want to catch us live so you can be part of that Chatlandia magic. So let's go on over there too, through the magic of the intranet to Chatlandia. Amazing. Technology has really come a long ways, folks. And look who our first Truth Quester is. Why, it's Weiss123. That's Catherine Weiss. She's one of our Ultra mods. And she says, hi, Aaron. And she says, I'll be over on YouTube tonight. And she also says, hi, Peggy. Then I said, hi, Waste123. Okay. Oh, and Dark Brain. Dark Brain just gifted a subscription, and I think Kathy got it. And not to be outdone, Peggy Dancer just donated $20 to the show. Well, thank you. And she says, thanks so much, Aaron. You're very welcome. Wow. That's okay. We're going to keep going through here and get all of these taken care of here. And Cap 78 Pack, that's Peggy Dancer, another one of our Ultra Mods. She's just donated to the channel. She says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Waste123 Kathy. And then Peggy says he's over there on YouTube now. And she says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Waste123 Kathy. I'll be on Rumble. All right. And then Kathy says, hi, Aaron, over there on YouTube. And then Kathy says, hi, Peggy. And then look at this. It's Dark Brain, another one of our Ultra Mods. Says, hello, Aaron, Kathy, Peggy. Nice to see you all tonight. Good to see you too, buddy. And then I said, hi, Peggy, over there on YouTube. I didn't see that one yet. And then look, it's Dark Brain over here on, no, that's, okay, that's on YouTube. The other Dark Brain was on Rumble. Okay, the different picture. Yeah, it says, hi, Catherine, over there on YouTube. And then I said, hi, Kathy, over there on YouTube. And then Kathy says, hi, Dark Brain, over there on YouTube. And then Cap 78 Pack, Peggy Dancer says, hello, Dark Brain. Good to see you too, brother. Isn't that nice? And then it's Dark Brain over on YouTube says, Kathy, you do still have Rumble chat open. I wonder if you would want to jump over there for a second so I can drop a sub. Oh, see? He lined that all up for you. Oh, that's nice. And she says, okay. Isn't that sweet of him to say that and to do that? And then I said, hi, Dark Brain over there on YouTube. And then Dark Brain says, cool to see you there. Cool, see you there, he says. And then Kathy says, hi, Dark Brain. Then Dark Brain, this is where he gifted, it doesn't show, but this is where he gifted the subscription. And then I said, hi, Cap 78 Pack. Hi, Dark Brain. Over here on Rumble. And then Kathy says, Kathy was gifted a membership by Dark Brain. Awesome. Thank you, Dark Brain. And Dark Brain says at Kathy Weiss 123, it worked. Thanks. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Dark Brain. We get the best Ultra Mods here. And then Kathy says, thank you so much, Dark Brain. Then I said, thank you, Dark Brain. And Dark Brain says, my pleasure. See you back at YouTube. And then Kathy says, hi, over there on the portrait channel. I haven't even been over there yet. Kind of had a little delay of game today, getting ready here. But everything's working out good, I think. And Cap 78 Pack says, nice gift to Kathy, Dark Brain, says Peggy Dancer. Oh, and look who's here. Why, it's Operation Shutdown. Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. That's right. And he gives a little alien face there. That's pretty cool. And I got to go say hi to... hi. Operation Shutdown. I can't do exclamation points because my keyboard has decided to be broken again. And the space bar doesn't work. So now the astronauts have no place to hang out at the space bar. And my exclamation points don't work. And so that's the way that goes. And so I think I did say hi to him. Yep, and he said hi back. Okay. Now this is your pook. Boo. Says boo. Okay. And then your pook says starts beatboxing. All right, beatboxing. And then Catherine says, "Hi, Operation Shutdown." And then your pook says, "Can I break dance for you?" Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you could do that in the chat. I guess knock yourself out. And then Operation Shutdown says, "Hello, Kathy." And then Dark Brain says, Cap 78 Pack, I had to get her to come back to Rumble for a second, since subs need a recipient to receive them. See, he knows all the ins and outs. All this confuser stuff, he's got it all figured out. I don't know how he does it. And then Dark Brain says, "Howdy, OP." And your poke says, "I'm going to start breakdancing." Alrighty, Aphrodite. And Flipamations says, "Yope." All right. Yope. And Operation Shutdown says, "Hello, Dark Brain." And Dark Brain says, "I'll go say hi to the verticals. Be right back." The verticals. I like that. The verticals. That's a good way to put it. And here's someone else on the verticals. That's Rogue Top Guns 67. He says 67. Rogue Top Guns says, "Hi, I like your voice." Well, thanks. I appreciate that. And Dark Brain says, "Good evening, folks." Over there on the vertical channel, the verticals. And Dark Brain says, "There's a few of us over on the horizontal stream." You are welcome to join us. You will find it on the main channel page. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. There's usually more chatters on the horizontal page for some reason. And then I said, "Hi, Operation Shutdown." And then Operation Shutdown says, "Hello, Aaron." Look at that. Oh, we've got a couple more here. Got a couple more. And Cap 78 Pack Answer says, "Wow, is everyone else having problems?" Says NG connected or just me? Well, stays connected. Mine seems to be running okay. And Dark Brain says, "Mine is running okay." And then Corbin Phoenix, "Hello, buddy. How's it going? What's happening? What's Hunin? There it goes. I have a hard time reading sometimes. There's Kathy. She puts this out. "Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Helps hit the old thumbs up because it helps that old algorithm. Leave a message or a comment in chat and on below in the comments section too, because it helps the algorithm, the algo beat, and the algo melody. It helps all those algo things that we really don't know what they are, but we do like them, I guess. Algo. There's a place out here called Algoma. I think they might have started that whole algo thing. I'll have to check into that and get back to you. Alrighty then. And then Kathy's, nope, we already got that one. And then Corbin says, oh, he's laughing. All right. Our good friend Corbin Phoenix from down there in Hope, Arkansas, some people say. All righty, Aphrodite. Well, I guess it's time. We're all caught up there. And thank you all for being here. And so let's go over to the Book of Faces, or what we call Facebook, Facebookorama, or the Land of Zuckers. You choose which way you want to call it. And I'll just call it the Land of Zuckers, because there's a Zucker born every minute over there on Facebook. Isn't there? I think that's the current tally. Let me see here. This should be it. Let's go see. Is that going to work? Whoa, the magic of the intranet never ceases to amaze me. Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty. Sounds like a good, interesting show. Number 730. Wow, that's a lot of shows. Wonder who that guy is. Oh, wait a minute. That's me. That's this show right here. Full disclosure. And the picture right there is allegedly from the moon. It shows this wishbone artificial structure. It's about half as high as a skyscraper. Very large. And so we'll be checking that out. Groovy like a record. Oh, did you hear about this? Astronauts, NASA says astronauts can now take their personal smartphones on space missions. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I think maybe we'll get disclosure because they'll see something out the little window and they'll maybe take a picture of it. And maybe they won't tell the boss man when they get back, or maybe they have to. I don't know, but I guess there'll be a lot more selfies. Maybe there have not been selfies in space. Has there? The old glass ceiling's going to be, well, now you might want to go out there and sign up to be an astronaut now that you can actually take your phone with you. Some people won't do something if you can't take their phone. You know? I know from Frostbites. Alexa, play Bad Bunny. No. I like that. No. Yeah, that's the proper response. The cat's even going to run if it starts playing that bad stuff. The nasty rabbit. We don't like that guy. Ohioans are 1.13% chance of being abducted by aliens. Study finds. So if you live in Ohio, you have a 1.13% chance of being abducted by aliens. NBC4. Let's see. Now, either you got to come to a couple conclusions here. Either there are a lot of UFOs in Ohio, which I believe that there are. You got a lot of bases out there. Isn't that where the Roswell crash stuff went to? Anyway, in Ohio, so you have a 1.13% chance. Either there's a lot of crazy people there, or there's a lot of abductions happening, or a combination of the two. Some people, they'll just say things because they want to say things, not necessarily because they're being truthful and honest. If people are truthful and honest, see, I'm so honest, I even pronounce the silent H in honest. Honest. Oh, yeah. There we go again. There you go. If you're in Ohio, you have a little more than a 1% chance. So if you're hanging out with 99 of your friends, one of you will get abducted. It's almost guaranteed. There you go. How do you like that? Oh, with over 4,000 abduction reports since 2019? 4,000? Wow, that seems like an extraordinary amount. They're here, says Yvonda Wells, and she's been on the show too. Quite some time ago. We should give her a call too. Remember, Heidi Pop on Friday night, where everything's right for the weekend. New push for senators to pass the SAVE Act. Wow. New election integrity bill goes way further than voter ID and citizenship. It forces states to clean illegal voters off the rolls. And punishes officials who register non-citizens. That's how you end election fraud for real. No wonder Democrats are panicking. Well, I really don't think that Democrats ever panic. They just think, oh, we can't do that anymore. What other laws can we break to cheat? Right? Isn't that that's their modus operandi, I would say? I don't know. Oh, here's Anthony Brock again. Yeah, he's eliciting the force to maybe help him to win against the GOAT. Of course, he's going against the GOAT. What is GOAT? Greatest of all time. So I don't think he's going to work. I don't think this is going to work. This is what? Round 28. He's tried everything. Here he goes. Anthony Brock. Brave. He's braver than I. Here he is.
Welcome to round 28. Today I am a Jedi, like my father before me. Let's see who's boss.
Use the Force, Anthony. Let's go.
The prophecy was wrong. What's next? Welcome to round 28.
The prophecy is wrong. See, we got to put in the comments what you want him to try next. He'll do it. Oh my. So wild. Oh, what's this? Oh, let's listen to Dr. Letitia Pestova. She was Pestova once or twice. Here you go. Here she goes.
I used to work for Child Protective Services. They are known as DPS in Arizona now. If they come to the door and you invite them in, they then can open an investigative report, and that becomes a legal document that goes to the judge, and the judge will decide what happens to your children. If they come to the door, or say, do you have a warrant? Do you have any kind of documents from the judge? No. Slam the door on their face. They are a vampire. If you invite them in, they have power. If you slam the door, they can't do anything and eventually have to close the case. I used to work for Child Protective Services. They are known as DPS in Arizona now. If they come...
Well, that's really good advice. If the Child Protective Services comes to your place, do not let them in. Just by simply letting them in, they can write up a report and an investigation into you. If you slam the door, they can't do jack. So do not invite them in. I think human nature is, oh, you can come and see what a wonderful home we have here. But yeah. Oh, and here is Ian Carroll. Now, Tucker asks Ian Carroll to describe Pizzagate. Now, Ian gets a lot of the facts wrong. He says 40,000 for hot dogs. It was 65,000 that Obama paid for hot dogs, which is not really hot dogs. But here it is, Tucker and Ian Carroll getting some basic things wrong, but here it is for the normies.
Would you mind just giving a basic recap of what this Pizzagate theory was?
These emails get dumped online full of everything that was in John Podesta's life. And John Podesta is a very powerful and connected man. People on the internet then started to notice these strange pizza messages about $40,000 worth of hot dogs being flown to DC for parties, and overt references to children. These kids, ages like 7, 8, and 9, will be in the pool and it'll be heated and they will be there for, it's like, wait, what are we talking about? This one pizza place in particular, Comet Ping Pong, right in the heart of DC, the Instagram of this pizza shop is full of very disturbing images of children. Things like children taped to tables, things like commenters talking about rape and abuse, things like comments about kill rooms, and so much disturbing imagery on a public Instagram account for a public pizza place. As the media is running this big kind of smear campaign on these questions, a guy conveniently walks into that pizza place with an AR and shoots the place up. Doesn't hit anybody, but manages to shoot a bullet straight through the hard drive that's in the back room and gets arrested by police very publicly. They have a big photo shoot. So then you can look at it and say, these conspiracy theories are dangerous, so we can censor them all off the internet because it's been debunked. Don't pay attention to the fact that the guy that owns the pizza place is the boyfriend of the guy that runs Media Matters, who is one of the primary debunkers of these things.
Yeah.
Would you mind just giving a basic recap of what this Pizzagate theory was?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was real the whole time. And of course, the media covers up because they're part of it. Okay. Colin Wayne put this out. Huge House votes on Save America Act next week, requiring voter ID and citizenship proof. Finally. That Thune guy, I'm telling you, he better be replaced pretty soon. Thune better be replaced pretty soon. There you go. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. And here is from the meme queen, Pizzagate, future proofs past. Yep. God wins, we the people. And it's Pizzagate. Yeah, it was always real. As horrifying as that is to know it was real. And it's so sad. So sad. Your heart just cries for the children who were abused and murdered for these sickos. Unbelievable. Republican Army breaking. Patriots have begun holding pro-ICE rallies to drown out the anti-ICE riots. This is amazing. We the people stand with ICE. Thank you. Thank you, ICE. Yes, ICE is nice. And remember this, the first woman to get the COVID vaccine clot shot, and she died right there on camera. Remember this? Do you remember?
My name is Tiffany Dover, and I am the manager in CCU. For my team, we are in the COVID unit, so therefore, my team will be getting first chances to get the vaccine. And I know that it's really... I'm sorry, I'm feeling really dizzy.
So sad.
I'm sorry.
So terribly. He's dead.
My name is Tiffany Dover, and I am the manager in CC.
So incredibly sad, and so many people were murdered with the clot shot. It's just disgusting. And my father was one of them, so I'm very upset about that. Extremely upset. As we should all be upset about this too. Did you know that presidential executive chefs for Bush 1, Bill Clinton, and Bush 2 are all dead? And Obama's personal chef drowned on a paddleboarding behind his house in 2023. And where is that investigation going? I think they should open up that investigation, because that would be a great way to get him. I don't know. What do you think? You see this? Eat real food. Realfood.gov. Look at that. Isn't that like Mike Tyson's tattoo? That's pretty cool looking on him. I don't like tattoos, but Secretary Kennedy, he put it on himself. Look at that. He means business. If you don't eat real food, he's going to bite your ear off. Yes. He will. Barack Obama is far worse than some cartoon ape from The Lion King. He is an American-hating communist that has been trying to destroy America since 2008. And he did a fairly good job. He's a compulsive liar, a race baiter, crook, and he spied on Trump's campaign and was behind the illegal coup against President Trump in his first term. Yes, disgusting guy. Disgusting guy. Impressed by their setting up checkpoints to demand papers, Trump hires protesters to join Border Patrol. They'll probably enjoy that $50,000 bonus. more than they're getting from Soros. That's right. All righty then. Trump says, I had a very important meeting with my friend, the president of Honduras, Nastri Tito Asfra. Today at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, it was my great honor to support Tito's campaign. Once I gave him my strong endorsement, he won his election. Tito and I share share many of the same America First values. We have a close relationship on security, working together to counter dangerous cartels and drug traffickers, and deporting illegal migrants and gang members out of the United States. We discussed many other issues, including investment in trade between our two countries. He loves the people of Honduras and is focused on their health, well-being, education, and economic prosperity. I look forward to welcoming President Aspura back to the United States. Tito, congratulations on your great victory, President Donald J. Trump. Supreme Court has ruled candidates impacted by 2020 election have standing to sue. Oh, I wish that would have came like 5 years ago. Would have been nice, right? DC Drano put this out. Not a single election fraud case in 2020 allowed evidence to be introduced. The coward and corrupt courts kicked the cases out based on standing, a lie. Now SCOTUS has ruled that candidates impacted by election fraud have standing to sue. Of course they do. We are entering a whole new world. Yep. How do you like them apples? Oh, and if you're wondering why we're all doing this, why we are truth seekers, why we expose the sickos, because it's risky. Because risk is our business, baby. Listen to Captain Kirk. Good one, Captain Kirk. The great William Shatner. Still with us, too. Amazing. Reality check with Ross Colehart. He talks about a large ship. So he's a Brazilian neurosurgeon. Italio Daniele Venturelli said he was called into an exam room to offer medical advice. He encountered a strange being, an alien. Let's watch this.
A cabecinha grande, mas em forma de gota.
Okay, a small mouth. One hand was under the sheet and the other out. The eyes weren't red, they were lilac, also teardrop shaped. Looking at me very calmly, not agitated, aggressive, or in pain. I think not afraid either. He seemed to understand the situation. A beautiful gaze, one without judgment. Twice he looked at me, then the window, then at me again. I stood about 60 inches from him. I didn't touch, but I was close. His way of looking suggested an intelligence greater than ours, than human. He understood despite his defensive position. He was not afraid. He understood what was happening. The head was large, teardrop shaped. A small mouth. Yep, we already heard that. So there you go. That's what he saw. That's what he saw. Oh, and here is Sean Farash calling out Bad Bunny. Let's check it out. Oops.
And this message is for Bad Bunny, or as I call him, the nasty rabbit. El Conejo Desagradable. He's a nasty rabbit and a stupid rabbit. Anytime you see a guy in a dress, that's a very stupid person. So he's a nasty guy, a horrible guy. They call him Bad Bunny. I call him the worst bunny. Think about it. And nobody knows bunnies quite like I do. I get along very well with many of the highly respected bunnies all around the world. I have a tremendous relationship with Bugs Bunny. He said to me, "What's up, Doc?" He said, "Sir, what's up, Doc, sir?" I said, "You don't have to call me Doc. You could call me Donald." But Bugs Bunny is a tremendous bunny. He does a fantastic job on the baseball field. He plays every position. You look at him, but he does a fantastic job. I get along very well with Roger Rabbit. And what happened to him was horrible, you know. They say, "Sir, who framed Roger Rabbit, sir?" I said, "It was probably the fake news and the Democrats. They frame everybody." But he got a raw deal. And so we gave him a pardon because what happened to Roger Rabbit was horrible. It was a complete and total witch hunt. So we gave him a pardon. I got along very well with the Easter. I used to lead Crooked Joe Biden around like a lost puppy. But the Easter Bunny said to me, "Sir, you have the biggest Easter eggs the world has ever seen. They're much bigger than crying Chuck Schumer or Peso Store Obama. You look at Hakeem Jeffries, they have very small Easter eggs, but I have the biggest eggs the world has ever seen. Nobody's ever seen anything like it." I also got along well with Little Bunny Foo-Foo, and I ended the war between Little Bunny Foo-Foo and the field mice. He was bopping them on the head. I said, "You can't do that. You have to stop doing that, or we're going to hit you with tariffs." And we ended that war. You know, you look at it, the peace president. So we get along well with a lot of bunnies, but not the nasty rabbit known as Bad Bunny. He's a horrible person and a stupid person. El Conejo Desagradable, Bad Bunny, nasty rabbit. He hates our country and he has no talent. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Too good. Too good. Very good. Oh, you see this, Jasmine? In response to Apegate, people are making Melania and Trump apes, and I can't stop laughing. Look at that. They like even look good as apes, don't they? I think those are orangutans, right? Yeah. That's the orange ape, I guess, right? There you go. I like that. Oh, you hear about this? In Florida, we will remove any mayor that does not cooperate with ICE. Ron DeSantis. There you go. He's doing a good job, I think. What Democrats used to say, oh, Obama, what did he say? Better fences and better security along our borders should help stem some of the tide of illegal immigration in this country, Barack Obama. Oh, so he's for guarding the border. And Hillary Clinton, I am, adamantly against illegal immigrants. We can do more. We can do better, Hillary Clinton says. Hillary Clinton, yeah. You don't know what you're saying, but thank you for that. And crying Chuck Schumer said, people who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens. Illegal aliens should not be treated the same as people who entered the U.S. legally, Chuck Schumer. Yeah, you guys treated them better, actually. Oh, and here's some classic news, classic movie hub. Planet of the Apes premiered 58 years ago today on the 8th, February 8th, 1968 at the Capitol Theater in New York City, followed by international U.S. release about 2 months later. Why'd they wait so long? I thought that was such a cool, the makeup was so incredible. Very well done. Very well done. And the best ending of any movie ever, I think, is so good. Here is that picture from our thumbnail, UFO secrecy. Ross Coulthart recently discussed this wishbone-shaped structure on the moon. From the imaging data, we know that the height of this structure is half the height of the Eiffel Tower, or that of a small skyscraper. So half as tall as the Eiffel Tower. So what do you think the chances are that's natural? One of dozens of lunar anomalies showing building structures on the moon. Interesting. Oh, this is so funny. Look at this libtard right here. So doesn't it? Self-awareness is zero with these people. They're doing exactly what what Border Patrol is doing, even though they don't like Border Patrol, but they are becoming their own Border Patrol. It's hilarious. And ICE, they're being their own ICE agents to keep ICE out. It's so funny.
So why'd you guys put up a roadblock?
Right, so we took it upon ourselves to protect our neighborhood by surrounding it with borders.
Like a civilian border patrol?
That's right.
So wait, how does it work? Do you guys stop every car?
Cool, so how it works is we have a volunteer on every street, and basically what they do is verify whether or not you belong in our neighborhood.
So you guys are really protecting your land?
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Well, it's pretty much what ICE is doing, wouldn't you say? Like, I feel like...
Did you just compare us to ICE?
I mean, a little bit, yeah, it's pretty much what you're doing, right? I feel like...
Okay, sir, I'm going to repeat myself because clearly you weren't...
What?
All right.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
We put a border patrol around our neighborhood so that we can protect our home.
Yep, no, I got that.
You get that part?
I get it, yeah.
Now,
I mean, it makes sense.
We will verify whether or not they live here or if they're ICE agents.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Is that making any sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. That's a great strategy.
Thank God.
Great, so let me see if I've got this right. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
So from what you're saying, it seems like you guys have become ICE for ICE agents? Is that correct?
kidding
But
me?
that's what it sounds
Sure,
like.
I can't with this. I'm about to beat the shit out of him right now.
What?
He's
Calm
got me at
down.
the camera.
I know.
Okay?
Relax.
He's got camera.
It's gonna be okay, Rachel. Just calm down.
Sir,
What now?
we are protecting
Right.
our home.
I totally get it. I do.
From people who don't belong here.
I get it.
How is that the same thing as ICE?
I mean, how is it not?
Stupid or something?
But what you're doing is the definition of what ICE does. Like, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I don't understand.
All right, you know what?
Ma'am, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
What?
I'm deporting you.
Deporting me?
Was that real? Was that even
As
real?
confused as I am right now.
So why'd you guys put up a road?
That might just be fake. I don't know. It's funny though. They have no self-awareness. They have zero self-awareness. Oh, what's this? Terrence K. Williams put this out. Never in my life have I seen a racist kiss and hug black people. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he's never been racist. Ever. They always accuse the people least that would never be racist as being racist. Well, the people saying that are the real racists. Look at this. Now, I don't know if this is true. This almost looks like a AI, because this monkey's legs don't look right here. This could be AI generated. Deforestation company bankrupted after guerrilla leads coordinated raid on machinery. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. And the reason I shared it is because I'm kind of curious about it. But I don't really think it's true. I don't see a community note anywhere here. Let's see where it is. CEO has released the CCTV footage that ended his business. Okay, well, I don't know. They don't say where it is. Amazon rainforest. Yeah, I don't know. You need more information, but I don't know. It's kind of funny. Donald Trump fully briefed on alien life as White House orders release of secret UFO evidence. Well, I guess the age of disclosure is upon us, folks, according to what a lot of people are saying. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. UFO secrecy put this out. The stories continue to come out that the White House is supportive of releasing data on UFOs. Well, was there a statement? I don't know. It's certainly overdue, that's for sure. It's been overdue for a long, long time. Oops. Here we go. Oh, 6 reasons to never eat Doritos again. This is from Food Babe. Okay, 6 reasons. Artificial colors, yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40 require a warning label in Europe. May be contaminated with several carcinogens, including benzidine and 4 amino biphenol, whatever that is. MSG fed to rats in animal studies to make them fat. MSG. Disodium isonate and granulate, when mixed with MSG, can amplify the flavor of food up to 8 times. Well, no wonder, right? Refined seed oils increase the risk of obesity, inflammation, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and autoimmune diseases. Natural and artificial flavors. Always watch out for this one, because natural and artificial, it's not so good. Designed in a lab to give you the best 1/1,000,000th part of a taste. So you want to keep eating more, searching for gratification. GMO ingredients from bioengineered seeds injected with new DNA, viruses, herbicides, insecticides, and or other substances to be resistant to synthetic pesticides and chemicals. Yeah, it's a cesspool of chemicals. I never ever liked the flavor of Doritos, even when they came out in the 70s or 80s when they came out. I don't know when it was, but I never liked them. I never actually bought them. I would sometimes eat them like try one, and they always disgusted me. And the new ones really, everything like that new process disgusts me. Clandestine. The left's fascination with Epstein files starts and ends with whether or not Trump is involved. They don't care about the emails from Dem Stacey Plaskett, Dem megadonor Reid Hoffman, Dem president Bill Clinton, etc. There is zero intellectual honesty on the left. Well, we know that. We know that. Oh, look, it's Black History Month. Excuse me, Black History Month. On this day in Black History Month, we remember former U.S. Representative Jamal Bowman. Oh, why does that sound familiar? The first black man to stop a vote by pulling a fire alarm and later losing his seat in Congress. Oh, good for you. Yeah, we know they needed a diversion, and you offered, and then now you got famous for it. Trump account matches money. Did you hear about the Trump accounts? Here you go.
So this just happened. A big list of employers are now set to match contributions into the Trump Child Savings Account. Now I'm going to show you a list of all of the employers set to match up to $1,000 of employee contributions into the Trump Child Savings Account. But before I do, how do you take advantage of this Trump Child Savings Account if your child qualifies? Well, first let's talk about the children who do qualify, and then I'll tell you how to claim this money, and then we'll talk about the employer. So if your child was born between January 1st of 2025 and December 31st of 2028, so even if they're born in the future, they will qualify for the pilot program, which puts $1,000 into this Trump Child Savings Account to help your child get started. But if your child is under the age of 18, they still could qualify for Michael Dell's money, who's going to put $250 into the child account to help your child get started. And I'd like to give you a frame of reference for just how large these Trump accounts can grow to, because I have a lot of people say $1,000 isn't a lot of money. Yes, it is. Shut up. So if you maximize your contributions, which is $5,000 per year into the account, it will grow by the age of 18 to $303,800. Now, let's just say you don't put anything in. You just put the initial $1,000 that the government puts in there, and then you contribute nothing. It would grow to $5,800 by the time the child is 18. And if they're 28, it'll grow to $18,100. That's for literally doing nothing but filling out a form. Now, how do you get your hands on one of these accounts? All you got to do is fill out one of these bad boys at tax time. Oh, what do you know? It's tax time. This is a form 4547. All you got to do is fill out all this information here. And then again, if your child was born between January 1st of 2025 and December 31st of 2028. So again, we're foreshadowing into the future. You'll check one of these boxes here, and it tells the government that they need to fund the account with $1,000. But if your child is under the age of 18, you still fill one of these out. You just don't check that box. That's it. Okay, so now I've showed you how to claim the Trump account. Now, which employers are matching $1,000 contributions for their employees? So here's a list of all the employers that are set to match $1,000. A lot of banks in here.
Bank of America.
And then you have Broadcom, Charter Communications, Comcast, IBM, Dell, NVIDIA, companies like that. If you work for any of these companies, you should definitely take advantage of this. Again, it's free money to help your child build wealth. And the last thing is, I've been making a lot of content on these Trump accounts, and I hear a lot of people say, I just don't trust it. What are they going to do with my child's information? Who do you think gives your child the social security number in the first place? So all you're really doing is claiming money from the government so that you can help your child become wealthy in the future. That's like what all of us want, right? Like, I don't even have kids, and that's what I want kids to have. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But yeah, if you work for any of those employers, congratulations. And now you know how to claim a Trump account.
There you go. Thanks, buddy. Pam Bondi, if we prosecute everyone in the Epstein files, the whole system collapses. Me. If prosecuting child rapists collapses the system deserves to collapse. I agree wholeheartedly. Real footage of Apollo 16 lifting off the lunar surface.
This clip is from Apollo 16's lunar module ascent.
Midcover's on time. Roger, we saw lift off.
And it was taken by a TV camera left on the moon.
What a ride, what a ride.
The camera was mounted on the lunar rover and connected to its high-gain antenna and power.
Ryan, you go at 1.
Forming the ground-commanded television assembly. In Houston, an operator used a control console to send pre-planned pan, tilt, zoom commands by radio. knowing signals would arrive about 1.2 seconds late. They calculated the LM's expected climb, then started the automatic tilt-up sequence slightly early so the camera would smoothly track the ascent in real time on Earth. This clip is from Apollo 16's lunar module ascent.
Midcover's on time. Roger, we saw lift up.
And it was taken by a TV camera left on the moon.
What a ride, what a ride.
Looks like Rose Thistle Art's here. Hello, Rose Thistle Art. Good to see you here. And thanks for your comment on the last show. Appreciate that. What's this? About time Florida is considering one of the toughest illegal immigration crackdowns in the country. A new bill would bar illegal immigrants from bank accounts, loans, homeownership assistance, driver's licenses, and more. No other state has gone this far. This would fundamentally change the incentive structure. Yeah, I think we need to get rid of all the incentives. Oh, here's a Diet Pepsi commercial from 1987. So this is the kind of commercial that came on the TV in 1987. And it's Michael J. Fox, 1887 for Diet Pepsi. Watch this. Don't drink diet soda. It's bad for you. But here's a ad for an old one.
Hi, I just moved in next door. Could I borrow a Diet Pepsi?
Sure. Come in. Yes. How about something else?
Listen, if you don't have a Diet Pepsi,
I got it. Chasing down the tree. Running the light
you okay in there?
Here's your Diet Pepsi.
That must be my roommate, Danny.
Danny?
Hi, I'm Danielle. You got another Diet Pepsi?
Sure.
Diet Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
That was pretty good. Sure. Oh, well, he really goes all out for his guests, doesn't he? Here is Army Sergeant Clifford Stone talking about some of his alien encounters. He worked for the military on crash retrievals.
So when I went in, he went ahead, he's looking down like this, and right off the bat, I could feel him saying, I am afraid. I was getting visions in my mind of his family, of him fearing not seeing his family again. Also, of the destruction that was going to happen when his people who were already on their way there to get him, and they would have to go ahead and totally destroy that building and probably would kill some of us that was in that building. And he didn't want that to happen. I picked up on it and I let him know, we'll get you out of here. And he made it clear that it would have to be outside the perimeter fence line. So I asked to go back out, smoke a cigar. And while I was out there, I told one of my friends if he would mind going and getting a pair of wire cutters and slipping them in back of the back fence. I went ahead, got our entity. I said, okay, let's go. And we ran like crazy to that back door, went out, and I was cutting like crazy the wire back there. So I got it to where I could go ahead, put my body between it and push it up this way so he could crawl under it. But I could hear the people, the guards yelling, halt, or we're going to shoot, halt, we're going to shoot. And I could hear them lock and loading their weapons. And he looked up and the crap came over, and it was like a very bright ray of sunshine shining in a dark hole in the ground, and he vanished and the light went off. So when I went in, he went ahead, he's looking down like this, and right off the bat, I could feel.
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that he helped him escape? Wow. Prodigy scientist reveals what's inside Area 51. This is David Adair. I would like to have him on the show. He's getting old, and I think he is rather sickly too. So pray for him. David Adair.
I figured we were about 200 feet down, and it was just this monstrous cavern shape. The walls came to a canter, and they became perpendicular. And you stick out your arms, and there's no shadows anywhere.
Right.
So I thought, well, where's the lights? there's no light fixtures anywhere. How did they do that? As we're traveling down through there, on each side there were shops and offices, people working there, work bays, and then hangar bays. The ones that were open, what you could see was really odd. I saw this first set of aircraft. It looked like big teardrops with landing legs. I've never seen anything like that. And they weren't models because there were electric power hooked to them, air conditioner hoses, and drip pans. So we went down past another hangar door, and sitting in there, these, I don't know, just imagine if you put landing gears on an arrowhead. That's what they look like. You know, big arrowhead shaped aircraft. And then the last thing I remember seeing on the hangars was this one big bomber, Delta Wing. It was shaped like a triangle, and it was just gigantic. It was huge, God almighty. Then we went on down further, and we were about a quarter mile into it, and still you can look down at the end, nowhere end. It just, infinity, just keeps on going. I figured we were about 200 feet down. And
he really tells a great story about this engine, this rocket engine he designed as a teenager. And yeah, incredible. Yeah. Barack Obama, Catcher puts this up. Barack Obama and his treasonous team led a coup to frame Trump with lies to destroy his presidency, have him impeached, removed from office, and thrown in jail for the rest of his life, all on false charges. So save your breath, believing we care about a monkey meme, right? Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. We're going to skip that. And Limbaugh was right. Let's listen to Rush Limbaugh.
This needs to be shown. It needs to be heard.
Everybody's making immigration proposals these days. Let me add mine to the mix. Call it the Limbaugh laws. First, you immigrate to our country, you have to speak the native language. You have to be a professional or an investor. No unskilled workers allowed. Also, there'll be no special bilingual programs in the schools with the Limbaugh laws, no special ballots for elections, no government business will be conducted in your language. Foreigners will not have the right to vote or hold political office. If you're in our country, you cannot be a burden to taxpayers. You are not entitled to welfare or food stamps or other government goodies. You can come if you invest here, an amount equal to 40,000 times a daily minimum wage. If not, stay home. But if you want to buy land, it'll be restricted. No waterfront, for instance. And as a foreigner, you have to relinquish individual rights to the property. And another thing, you don't have the right to protest. You're allowed no demonstrations, no foreign flag waving, no political organizing, no bad-mouthing our president or his policies. You're a foreigner. Shut your mouth or get out. And if you come here illegally, you're going to jail. Now, you think the Limbaugh laws are harsh? Well, every one of the laws I just mentioned are actual laws of Mexico today. That's how the Mexican government handles immigrants to their country. Yet Mexicans come here illegally and protest in our streets. How do you say double standard in Spanish? How about no mas?
Did you hear the part where you...
Yeah, very interesting. Oh, conspiracy theorists 10 years ago. The news in 2026. Yeah. Oh, we were right. We were right. We knew we were right and couldn't figure out why it wasn't coming true. But so many people are in on these bad things. Donald Trump says America's elections are rigged, stolen, and laughingstock of all over the world. We are either going to fix them or we won't have a country any longer. I'm asking all Republicans to fight for the following: Save America Act. All voters must show voter ID identification. All voters must show proof of United States citizenship to register for voting. No mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. Hodge twins. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Jack Straw put this out. This is the former Prime Minister of Norway, Thorbjørn Jagland, in an email to Epstein. Yes, terrible times. If Trump wins, I'll settle on your island. Yeah, what a creep. What a creepaholic. Oh, this is great. Ricky Gervais. When they make the Epstein movie, how many of you will play yourself? Good question. I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Here's the Kecksburg UFO. Now, I don't know if this is a real photograph or if it's just a reenactment of it, but is this a real picture of it flying? Was there any pictures of it flying? Because it went over Canada and a bunch of states in the east, and it turned. It didn't just go in a straight trajectory. It turned at some point. So it was tracked through several states and Canada, and it finally laid to rest in Kecksburg in a wooded area. It was seen by people, and then people in dark suits came and pushed everyone aside. I think the military, they took control of it. A lot of people think this is the legendary, the Bell, the Die Glock that Germany was working on, but I don't know. You just don't know. And there's strange hieroglyphics on the side, some sort of writing. And if the California drones incident is true with Isaac, sometimes the writing is part of the programming of that particular part of the craft. So who knows? Nobody knows. No clue, Mr. Magoo. We just don't know. They've hid it all away. 1965, December 9th, 1965. Did you hear this? Urgent Secret Service just arrested an Ohio man for allegedly threatening to kill Vice President J.D. Vance. Well, they should have abducted him. He's an Ohio resident. He was also in possession of child sexual abuse materials. Sick. Per Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Unfounded? RFK Jr.'s grain-free schizophrenia cure is backed by 75 years of research the media didn't read. Yeah, he's claiming that now you can cure schizophrenia by going on a grain-free diet. Grain-free diet. Isn't that interesting? They've been pushing grains forever. Now everyone's a schizo. Here's a Schultz cartoon of the Peanuts. Of course, it's good old Charlie Brown and Snoopy. You're wanted on the telephone. Rats. Tell them I'm busy. I'll just tell them you're sleeping. Sleeping is busy. Yeah, it is. That's pretty bad. It's the busiest you can be. Donald Trump, I just approved $60.6 million for the great state of Tennessee, which I won 3 times for a severe winter storm they're recovering from. Incredible people that I know will rebuild fast. Donald J. Trump. Oh, well, would you look at that? Democrat governors can't stop ICE from enforcing the law because Obama sued Arizona in 2012 and SCOTUS gave the feds ultimate authority on immigration enforcement. Hope this helps. Yeah. The right view of the United States, yes. And here is the surface of Mars. Deimos, right here, is one of Mars's small moons, about 9 miles, 15 kilometers, 9 miles wide. The bright star in this view from the Perseverance rover is Deimos, moving through its orbit. Look at that. It's just a little dot there. I think our moon is much bigger and much cooler looking, I'd say. And there's our last show. So that's going to be it there, folks. And now is a good time to show you something that if you're watching live, you did not see, or if you're not watching it on Rumble, you didn't see this either. So we're going to go over here. For some reason, StreamYard does not show the donations on Rumble. And up here we got Dark Brain gifted a subscription to Truth Quest there in Moriarity. And Catherine Weiss was gifted the membership. There she got it. There's a little present right there. And down here we got Cap 78 Pack donated $20. Thanks so much, Aaron. And so thank you very much, Peggy, for that. That's incredible. That is awesome. And Dark Brain. We got the best ultra mods, I'm telling you. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, let's go on over to X because there's a lot of fun stuff going on over there, and we're going to get to some of that fun stuff. Some kind of nasty stuff, but some intradasting stuff. And look at this. At Mexico's second congressional hearing, Dr. Mendoza said that in the 1970s or 80s, in Peru, he and his medical team diagnosed a 40-year-old woman with genuine tridactylism, something he had never seen before. Look at, in the area, a living person in the 70s or 80s with tridactylism. Now, granted, these fingers don't have as many digits as those other tridactyls, but there is a disease you can get that causes this in birth. So just to see this is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Dr. Mendoza, a now retired radiologist, former radiology professor, has seen more radiological evidence than most anyone, showing that these specimens are not manipulated. They're not manipulated. And here's Anna Paulina Luna. John F. put this out. Let's hear what she has to say.
Saw some interesting stuff. And so what I will tell you is that footage, the fact that it was dead drop to Burleson, I'm certain that there's more of where that comes from. And we are going to push for the declassification of stuff that we've seen, because I think the American people deserve to see it. But I think, you're never going to have the U.S. government admit or try to explain something if it's also somewhat not specifically pertaining to national defense. So if it's not tech that we've made not involving a foreign government, I think that you're going to see a direct statement from that. What's interesting, and I kind of went into this with Joe Rogan, is when we were talking to some of the witnesses, they don't call them extraterrestrial. They call them interdimensional. There's also this aspect of these things defying physics as we know it. And then you look into texts that were removed from the Bible, like the Book of Enoch, that actually specifically address technologies, if you will, that were given to mankind or of entities not of human origin, non-human intelligence. So these are all things to consider when addressing the topic. But based on what I've seen, not speculating, based on the evidence that I've seen, there's something out there.
Well, I don't think we should have any filters. Just let it out. That's my opinion. Oops, we're going the wrong way. We're going this way. I got to remember that. Holy Schmidt, anti-ice rioters have turned on Tim Walz and have surrounded his house. They always do this. They turn on each other. It's so glorious to see. They're so blind to their own idiocracy, I guess. Liz Crokin, I want to share this message with you, all of you. So here it is. Here's her message.
I just wanted to take the time to thank my subscribers. It's a really weird feeling to go from being probably the most blacklisted and slandered journalist of the past decade to overnight popularity, and all of a sudden I'm welcome on a bunch of shows that wouldn't and haven't touched me with a 10-foot pole for a decade. But with that being said, obviously I'm so happy that the truth is finally coming out, because I firmly believe that we will not see justice and we will not see these arrests until the public is fully awake and until the truth about Pizzagate hits a critical mass, and we are finally here. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys, because the only reason why I've been able to fight for so long is because of the support of you guys and my supporters. I
think we've heard enough of that. Yeah, she rocks, and she's a truth hero. Oh, Dick's a fabricated truth social post. Oh yeah, she's fabricated. Japanese scientists successfully created an MRI machine that can record your dreams and reconstruct them for you to watch while you're awake. This is what I've been dreaming of, because I have crystal clear 4K dreams in living color and smells that if I could get them recorded, I could be a movie maker. There you go. Maybe that's my ticket right there. Although I don't think the resolution is going to be very good yet. Oh, here's a squirrel. Probably AI. Enjoying coffee. He likes the coffee. That's me. It's going crazy. Going wild. Squirrels are like little superheroes. You know, I like that. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, and fantastic video. It was a war and we won. Yes. Yeah, and Skylark says, I get the feeling that the material discussed in a skiff is just about the same stuff we read about. There never seems to be any new information or conclusive proofs offered. True. Very true. Whistleblowers are our only source for the truth. I believe. We're going this way, aren't we? Yeah, we're going this way. Oh, this is pretty disturbing, but it's pretty important, I think. Listen to this. Diddy's blood boy.
Hold up, you were Puffy's blood boy?
From 2004 to 2014.
Don't think I'm stupid, but what's a blood boy?
So when somebody parties too hard or isn't living right, they want a fresh blood in their system, right? I didn't drink, smoke weed, I didn't eat pork, none of that. Diddy saw me and he was like, yo, I got a job for you. He was like, I want that blood. And I was like, whoa. And he drops 10 grand on the table.
10 large.
Yeah. He said, I want to find your blood right now.
So that was a one-off, or you
No, that was the beginning. I'm a universal donor. He thought I was special. He called me his lucky little blood boy. Every 3 months, he would fly me down to Miami. And this was the crazy part. He never actually wanted to do it on land. It wasn't legal at that time.
Yeah.
So we would get on a boat and he would take us to what he would call Oconus, outside of the continental United States.
Yeah.
And on his yacht, he would just drain blood. And he would just drain me, dude. Look at him from 2004 to 2014 and tell me if he aged.
Yeah, facts. And he's aging now that he's in prison. He's not all of a sudden Father Time
caught up with him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For 9 years, the majority of Puffy was made up with my blood.
Wow. Makes you wonder how many other boys he had to do that with. once every 3 months. So disgusting, so sick. Here's a beautiful picture of Jupiter. Isn't that just gorgeous? So something that's so radioactive can be that beautiful. Yep. And here's the 45, 47. That's for the Trump accounts. So sign your kid up and get them doing good things here. Nicki Minaj fans say they're switching to the Republican Party. Oh, isn't that nice? And Michael Jackson apparently rescued children from Epstein. This, along with the song about Palestine, led to his discrediting.
Their regime, they punished him and they flipped the script and made it appear as if he was the one abusing them, when in reality they were abusing them, and he was protecting the children, he was protecting the celebrities. And you have celebrities like Macaulay Culkin who have gone on record to protect and defend Michael Jackson. This all makes sense. It has finally come together. This man has been dead for so long, but now it's coming together. Not only did he protect the children from the physical things that were being done to them, and you know what I'm saying, you just social media, you gotta be careful, but he also were protecting them from the social and emotional abuses that were occurring by advising Britney Spears to get out from under her dad before the conservatorship and things of that nature. This man was a lifesaver. Nonetheless, those of you who are like me, help me fact check this, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure this is right, but this is what I've been hearing up to this point, and it all makes sense.
I always believed that Michael Jackson was always innocent. You can just tell. You can just tell. Oh, Tim Burchett, he's everyone's spirit animal. Warning, Congressman Tim Burchett says anyone found guilty of sexual crimes against children should be publicly hanged. Yes, they should. I agree. Let's hang them high, baby. Let's hang them high. And Trump says he's boycotting the halftime show. Yeah. Here's Donald Trump talking about Michael Jackson.
When Michael Jackson was falsely accused by countless people, Donald Trump stood up and said this.
I'm going to stick up for him because nobody else is, but I don't believe it.
Trump angrily criticized the mother who accused Michael of child molestation.
And she goes after him viciously and violently, and I saw a story and I read another story about some of the things she's done, and I don't believe it.
While many were waiting for the superstar to be imprisoned, Trump firmly believed that the truth would prevail.
I had no idea he'd be that strong defensive of him. And good for Donald,
It's tough. It's tough to win, but I have a feeling he's going to win, Larry.
Many people avoided talking about the wrongful case from years before, but Trump unexpectedly brought it up again.
The kids were very young. Michael would come, play with the kids. He just loved children. He was not a child molester, and I am certain of that. He'd play with my son Eric and my son Donald, and he'd just play with them forever. He loved children, but he was not a child molester. And
even Trump's eldest son, when he grew up, mentioned Michael Jackson.
Jackson used to come up and he was our neighbor at Trump Tower, right? So I was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Michael Jackson.
It's not appropriate for us to say who was behind the smear campaign against Michael, but Trump gave him the best support.
Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. So
Michael was a great friend of ours, actually. And he lived in Trump Tower for a long period of time.
Yep. He was a good guy, a very good guy. Look at Jake Lang. He's holding across and throwing ice out with all the So funny. So funny. So funny. Oh, look at this. This guy helps this moose. He's got some laundry. He must have hit the laundry line. Look at that. Moose. A moose on the loose, you might even say. You'll have to rewash those clothes, don't you think? Got a moose snot all over it now. So he trusts them because they're behind the fence.
Yeah.
Oh. There you go. Good job.
There you go, buddy. It's so cool. Yeah. He says,
Moose
thanks,
are such
guys.
strange looking animals, aren't they?
Oh, he's sniffing your hand. Oh, he licked them. That is so cool. Did he actually lick them?
Well, we didn't like the taste. Oh, look at that. It's got a nose scratch. Isn't that beautiful?
Big old peanut. No, I didn't help you. I'm sorry.
Aw, don't you love it? Nature's so natural, isn't it? Oh, and yeah, the Bethany O'Leary put this out. This one.
Do you remember when 360 children described ritual abuse through secret tunnels, and after everyone was acquitted, archaeologists found the tunnels? In 1983, children at McMartin Preschool in Manhattan Beach made allegations, not vague claims. 360 children, consistent descriptions, taken through underground passages to hidden rooms, photographed, rituals, multiple perpetrators, medical evidence documented abuse, 7-year trial, longest in U.S. history, all defendants acquitted. Media declared it satanic panic, proof children fabricate abuse through suggestion. Then archaeologist E. Gary Stickle excavated the demolished site. He found hand-dug tunnel systems beneath the preschool, entrance points where children described them, exit locations matching testimony. He published his findings, but McMartin remained the definitive false allegation case, which raises one question. If children fabricated the tunnels through suggestion, why did archaeologists find them exactly where children said they'd be?
Yeah. Because it turns out there are these high-powered, very highly paid, excellent lawyers that go around the country and they defend pedos and they get them off the charges by bringing in experts, child experts, saying, oh, you can't trust what the child says. They'll say crazy things. And then they get away with it. It's really sick. But that's coming to an end. Their whole thing is coming to an end. Oh, false. Paul is not resigned. Okay, let's skip that one. Oh, this one's great. You're going to like this one if you've seen it already or not. It's pretty well done, I'd say. Let's watch this. This is great.
Feel like I'm getting deja vu. This is like a rock war number 2. A rock war number 2. I like to look through those oil supplies. I'd be ashamed if someone invaded you. And if someone invaded you. And I ran so far away. From my red, from them night and day. But this for USA. A drone appears above your head. A mower bomb comes falling down on you. Falling down on you. The fleet is moving nearer still. The Strait of Hormuz, it comes in view. The oil must flow through. And I ran so far away. The bomb I ran, I bombed them night and day. But destroy USA.
Yeah.
A tiny hand hits a big red button. Atomic bombs come falling down on you. Mushroom clouds in view. Send out a tweet to let you know. World War III, cause Israel told me to. All for Netanyahu. And I ran so far away. Oh, bomb I ran, oh, bomb them night and day. Oh, and I ran so far away. Oh, bomb I ran, oh, bomb them night and day. But destroy USA.
Yeah. That's so good. That is so good. His hair looks so cool. Here's Liz Crokin again. You know, Liz Crokin in Peppy the Frog. Crokin, frog. Think about it. She's perfect for the part.
Need to ask why. Why are they trying to get this democratically elected president impeached? The answer is pedogate. The answer is sex trafficking. President Trump is the first president in the history of the United States that has vowed to go after not only pedophiles, but the elite pedophiles, okay? The world is run by elite pedophiles. We have them in Hollywood, where I live. We have them in the big banks. We have them in Congress. We have them in royal families. The world is run by diabolical Satanists who rape and torture children and sell children for profit. That is a fact. President Trump is not okay with people raping and torturing children. Okay? This is the most profitable black market business in the world. Human trafficking is the most profitable black market business in the world. And the most powerful people in the world are involved with this. And they know that President Trump knows what they're doing and is going to take them down. That is why we are seeing the hysteria with Trump. That is why we are seeing the left, and it's not just the left, by the way, but the left's agenda promotes and pushes pedophilia and sex trafficking more so than the right's agenda. But there are Republicans and Democrats who are pedophiles. Okay, look at Dennis Hastert. He was thrown in prison for raping boys, still in prison. Anyways, this is why they're going after Trump, because they know that he's taking them down, and they know that with President Trump, the gig is up. They will no longer be able to rape and torture children and profit off of sex trafficking. Okay. Now, President Trump has made this very clear. The mainstream media won't cover it because the mainstream media is also involved in sex trafficking.
True. Yes. Oh, look. I think we had this guy on before. This is an old video, but check this out. He learns how to talk to chicken.
I recently learned how to speak chicken. I can command all of them to go inside by speaking their language. Watch this. And just like that, I commanded all the chickens to go inside. Don't ask me how I figured that out, but I just figured it out. I recently learned how to speak chicken.
Isn't that funny? Did you notice Braveheart puts this out? Elon Musk says yes to it. Did you notice the Epstein files released rape, torture, and murder of children, and all the celebrities at the Grammys only mentioned ICE? Yeah. Oh, and look at this. Look at these. All the planets are they're going to dance across the sky this month. February 28th, 2026. Don't forget to look up planet alignment. Line up. Harmony. Cosmos. There you go. Too cool for school. Look at this. Off the coast of California, a camera and an oil drilling thing captures this creature. They think it's an extinct dinosaur fish thing, or maybe a mammal. I don't know. But look, it's got on his tail. Look at the tail features, like little dinosaur points on them. How do you like that? Mosasaurus. That's what they think it looks like. Well, look at it again. It's very big. Could be a whale that maybe has gotten chopped up by a propeller, perhaps. Making those little marks on him. Or it's a some sort of prehistoric animal, some sort of animal. We just don't know what. Elon Musk.
Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by, criticizing the morals of others.
Yes.
It's sort of like a preemptive moral strike.
I'm sorry about that, folks. We were frozen and StreamYard just quit on me. And thank you for hanging in there, everybody. So Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Something happened and it just went off, and it finally got reconnected. So let's watch this. This is from Science Girl, bringing the Tarim Basin mummies of China to life. Let's watch this. This is really well done. So well done. That's actually very beautiful. Aaron, I hear you. 5 by 5. Thanks, everybody. Yep. Yeah, isn't that interesting? And I'm sorry about the it's not from me. It was Rumble went and then StreamYard went, and I'm glad that we're still able to I don't know about if YouTube was still going, but the thing had stopped. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, Bannon is turning out to be, a questionable guy. I always never quite trusted him. Bannon was laundering money for evil people, says Elon Musk. Epstein used World of Warcraft gold to move money without getting traced. Back in 2007, Bannon was coincidentally running a Chinese company. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I never trusted that guy. I never really watched him. I couldn't handle watching him for some reason. All the people who spoke out about Pizzagate are dead, except Liz Crokin. She's still alive. Oh, this is funny. Tim Conway did a skit. Watch this. This is pretty funny.
The Fashion Police.
Pardon me, sir. All right. Excuse me, sir. We're from the Fashion Police. You're traveling much too fast in your tennis shoes. So I'm going to just cite you on a 410. A lot of children in this area. There you go. No. That's all right, sir. Let me get you back into traffic. You're going to go right up to speed here?
No, tell me where to go. I don't want to get into hot water with you guys.
We're with the Fashion Police, and we're just wondering, is this your jacket?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have it registered? That jacket is registered?
Oh, man, this jacket's about 9 years old.
9 years old?
Yeah,
all right.
while I was in Chicago. Why?
Oh, you did? Oh, then it's an out-of-state jacket? Okay, you're wearing an out-of-state jacket, see? And I'm sorry about that. We're going to have to give you a 411. You have the right to remain dressed. Anything you wear may be used against you. You also have the right to call a tailor. If you do not have a tailor, the court will appoint one for you. Do you understand your right?
You know, when you're doing this kind of thing, accidents can happen, and this is one of those accidents that did happen.
This is good. Now I'm going to get shot. Howdy, boys. How you doing?
What is this?
Pardon?
What is this?
You didn't get the memo?
No.
Fashion Police.
Yeah.
Checking fashions on this particular corner, trying to straighten out guys who are uncoordinated with outfits and things of this nature. You guys are perfectly coordinated here. Standing at a good stance, far enough apart.
Surely you jest.
No, sir. No, sir. Are you from Utah Police? Yeah, we're out-of-state police. Any identification? Yes, we do. I'm Tim Conway. How are you? Now, I don't know whether you believe that or not.
It's real.
Does this look real?
Hey, that really is Tim. Are you serious? You're supposed to get around?
Actually, from the film patrol, yeah. No. You just said it again, actually. the third time. I'm going to have to cite you guys on swearing. You look okay, but you swear a lot.
That's pretty good. Pizzagate journalist responsible for exposing global pedophile network found dead. Yes, this is the Follow the Cabal woman who did that. What was her name? Janet Ozenbard. Yeah, very sad. Very sad. Here is Bob Lazar talking about the craft that he was working on with the government.
The power source is a reactor which uses this element 115 as its fuel. Inside the reactor, element 115 is bombarded with a proton, which plugs into the nucleus of the 115 atom and becomes element 116, which immediately decays and releases or radiates small amounts of antimatter. The antimatter is released in a vacuum into a tuned tube, which keeps it from reacting with the matter that surrounds it. It is then directed towards a gaseous matter target at the end of the tube. The matter and antimatter collide and annihilate, totally converting to energy. The heat from this reaction is converted into electrical energy in a near 100% efficient thermoelectric generator. This is a device that converts heat directly into electrical energy. This particular disc appeared to be in excellent condition, and because of its sleek appearance, I nicknamed it the Sport Model. The Sport Model is about 16 feet tall and 40 feet diameter. The exterior skin of the disc is metal, which is the color of unpolished stainless steel. The Sport Model sits on its belly when it's not energized. As you can see, the hatch is located on the upper half of the disc with just the bottom portion of the door wrapping around the center lip of the disc. The interior level of the disc is divided into 3 levels. The transparent, and you could see the area outside of it just as if the archway was a window. After the panel had been transparent for a while, a form of writing, which was unlike any alphabetic, scientific, or mathematical symbols I've ever seen, began to appear on the transparent archway. I was never given access to the upper level of the disc, so I can't enlighten you as to what the porthole-like areas are, other than I can assure you that they're not portholes. The S4 installation is built into the mountain, and the 9 hangar doors are angled at about 60 degrees. These doors are covered with a sand-textured coating to blend in with the side of the mountain and the desert floor. My ID badge had a white background with 1 light blue and 1 dark blue diagonal stripe in the upper left-hand corner. At the bottom of the badge, there were letters and numbers designating various areas, including S4. The hangar was equipped with typical tools and extensive electronic equipment. The gravity amplifiers of the disc can be focused independently, and they are pulsed and do not stay on continuous. As you can see, as the output of the gravitational field from the amplifiers becomes more intense, the form of space-time around the disc not only bends upward, but at maximum distortion actually folds over into almost a heart shape around the top of the disc. The program out at Area S4 consisted of 3 projects: Project Galileo, Project Sidekick, and Project Looking Glass. Project Sidekick dealt with a beam weapon that had a neutron source and was focused by a gravity lens. Project Looking Glass dealt with the physics of seeing back in time. I would randomly be taken into a small room which contained a table, a chair, and 120 or so briefings in blue folders. These briefings contained a wide spectrum of information, mostly relating to aliens and alien technology. This technology that you've learned about thus far was brought here by some alien beings from the Zeta Reticuli 1 and 2 star system. These stars are located in the constellation of Reticulum, which can only be seen from the southern hemisphere. Zeta Reticuli is a binary star system, which means it has 2 stars, and is located approximately 30 light years from Earth. These beings are from Reticulum 4, which is the 4th planet out from Zeta Reticuli 2. A day on Reticulum 4 is 90 Earth hours long. The beings are 3 to 4 feet tall and weigh 25 to 50 pounds. They have grayish skin and large heads with almond-shaped wraparound eyes. They have very slight nose, mouth, and ear positions and are hairless. These beings said that they had been visiting Earth for a long time and presented photographic evidence which they contended was over 10,000 years old. There was an exchange of hardware and information in Central Nevada until 1979, at which time there was a conflict which brought the program to an abrupt halt. The beings left, but were to return at a 1623 date, and I don't know what that date is. These beings conveyed information about the capability of affecting the human brain to anesthetize the human body. These beings said that man was the product of externally corrected evolution. They said that man, as a species, had been genetically altered 65 times. They refer to humans as containers, yet I don't know what we're containers of.
And that's a little bit of Bob Lazar. I'm really sorry that we're having glitches. I think we're going to try to wrap this up as soon as we can here.
Whoa. A king's time. Look, JD, everything the light touches is our kingdom. Whoa. A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this will be all mine?
Everything.
Everything the light touches. What about that shadowy place way out there?
That's beyond our borders. JD, you must never go there.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Well, there's a lot more to being a king than getting your way all the time.
Boss, what are those birds over there?
Those are buzzards. Look, JD.
Those are buzzards. Chip Roy's going nuts. And let's see here. Let's see if there's something. Here is the 2 of the landing sites. High-resolution images of the Apollo 11 and 12 by the India's Chandrayaan-2. So there we are. We were on the moon. There's more proof of it right there. And let's see. Oh, this is really interesting, Massimo. Some natives from a native tribe listen to opera. Check this out.
Nous avons beaucoup de respect pour les chanteurs qui, comme elle, ont le courage de chanter seuls face aux autres. Quand le public écoute, il ressent cette solitude.
Et les jeunes guerriers, qu'est-ce qu'ils en pensent de la calasse? Il y en a qui répond?
Moi, je vais parler au nom des jeunes. Cette musique, ce n'est pas notre culture. On ne sait pas ce qu'elle signifie. Nous, on ne peut que regarder et écouter. Mais elle nous touche.
Je trouve ça bouleversant. Sans la comprendre, on sent qu'il y a quelque chose de sacré.
Je vous vois tous.
Isn't that interesting? I want to thank everyone for coming on by. Look at this, 66 years apart. First airplane ride by the Wright brothers and landing on the moon. 66 years is all it took. And where we go one, we go all. Hit like if you are one of us. Look at that. Q. He taught us how to be citizen journalists, to bring out the truth, make all kinds of memes and wake people up. If a dog can be put to sleep for hurting a child, so should a pedophile. I agree wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly, yes. And I'm trying to see if there's any other fun. Oh, we already saw that. Yes, we did. Hear about this? Space and tech. U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson says he has been approved to visit secure sites like Area 51 as part of a congressional investigation into UFOs. Well, that sounds interesting. Trump accounts. Oh, did you hear about this? I don't know if this is true or not. There's no notes on it. So, explosive expose. Stephen King unmasked as Antifa's shadowy mega bankroller, dumping tens of millions in dirty cash, deadly gear, and secret safe houses to arm Antifa. He's a piece of work. I can't stand his work. Oh, look, Marco Rubio. He's in camouflage, so he doesn't get any more jobs, right? Doesn't want any more jobs. He's got enough jobs. Juanita Broderick put that out. And I think that's, oh, listen to this. This is really good. Massimo. Orcas can actually talk. They're learning how to talk our lingo, Schmingo.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hello? 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 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Isn't that interesting? Orcas can talk. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh, yeah. Epstein files confirm Russian President Vladimir Putin moved Ukrainian children for safety from being trafficked by Ukrainian elites. Yep. True. I guess it's true. Hopefully. It matches what... Oh, and this is something really interesting, too. I know we're at the end of the show, but there's certain things that I think... Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, no. Wrong one. Here she is. A college student found the LSD-like fungus scientists searched for a century, and she found it. So this is really a kind of a cool little story here. And why won't it... It's not working. It's not doing its thing here. Oh, I have to unclick it. For Massimo, so after 100 years, she does it, and her name is college student cracked the mystery. Corinne Hazel, an undergraduate studying environmental microbiology at West Virginia University, was examining seeds of the popular heavenly blue morning glory when she spotted an almost invisible layer of fuzz on the seed coat under the microscope. And through DNA analysis, that delicate fuzz revealed itself to be an entirely new species of fungus, now formally named, I can't even say it. I'm not going to even try. The fungus lives in a quiet symbiosis with the vine, producing an LSD-like effect. How do you like that? That's a good way to end it. I want to thank everyone for coming along. because you guys are the truth questers, and I don't even know how I can get this off of the screen. I'll try this. There. We'll see you on Wednesday at 9 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. Now remember, Friday, Heidi Pop will be here she's a returning guest. She'll be here on Friday at 9 p.m. Central. We're Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So keep your cameras pointed to the skies so you can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come out of the Truth Quest and talk all about it. We'd love to hear about it. And we'll see you then. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace in world peace, baby. That's it. Oh, Skylark says, thank you, Aaron. And oh, so we really need a new mind blasting drug? No, this is something they've known about. They just didn't know how it got there. She figured it out. It's been used by the indigenous people for a long, long time. Farewell and good night, Truth Questers, says Skylark. Dark Brain says peace in. And he says peace in twice on both platforms. So thank you all for coming along. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace in world peace, baby. That's right.